My name's Cooper Heim. I am the lead project director and owner of Cinema Dynamics. Our main focus here is to innovate when it comes to the world of aerospace cinema. So today we're going to talk about this case here and how it helped me get one of the best shots I've ever shot in my life. So this is my 2-orbit tracker case. I built this to make my job a little easier when I'm trying to deploy a tracking asset. So typically what we do is we have our remote cameras, which are near the launch pad, and then we have some cameras with us, and this would be one of those things that we'd have with us. Basically, it's a pan-tilt head with a lot of high zoom, high focal length optics on it to basically track the rocket from our point of view for as long as we can track it. And so built this to kind of keep this all organized and keep it in one place. And so what I can do is I can just take this wherever I'm going to watch the launch from, and this has everything I need in it to basically perform a track to orbit. So start off with power. This is one of those battery packs that I built that we've talked about already. And below there is an AC adapter. And so I can either power it via a wall or self-power it here, which is awesome because it's self-sufficient. And this will also power the tracking head itself, not just the screens. It'll power the tracking head, it'll power the cameras attached to it, and other electronics that you need. And so you can also use both in conjunction. You can have it plugged into the wall with a backup of the battery, or a battery with a backup of AC. So depending on how you set that up. So that's amazing. You do not want your power going out during a track. And so under this keyboard here is a small Windows machine, and it basically configures and controls the tracker head. And so what I'm able to do, the nice part about that is this monitor here is SDI and HDMI. So what I can do is plug HDMI into here, take the camera for the tracker, put it into the SDI, and then all I have to do to switch back and forth from seeing the Windows view of the configure software for the tracker head and the camera view is one click of the button, so I can change the input just like that. So I can go to looking at this to looking at the camera's view within just a push of a button. So perhaps it might be a better idea to just have another screen so all three can be up all at the same time. But yeah, so main tracker, guide scope to just a wider view that helps you find where your object is in the sky, and then the view from the Windows machine. So what I've done is I've moved the AC adapter under all of this here, and also taken the battery, dropped it down, and put it where it would normally be during operation. Right here is where you would install a joystick to actually control the tracker manually. I really think that having a computer do it could be a good thing, but I've been unimpressed up to this point. So for now, I'm going to keep it a manual track. It also gives you that director's control of the track itself. The thing is so zoomed in that the whole rocket's not even the frame, so you can't just center it. You need to choose a part of the rocket to look at, and what I like to do is look up and down the rocket as the flight happens. So for example, before stage separation, I would pan up from wherever I am looking at the rocket at that time to where the booster meets the ship, because that's where I'm going to be wanting to focus. And I have the ability to do that when I manually track. I'm really excited about this. I still need to work on it a little bit more. It has a few little things that would be quality of life improvements, but it really did make my job a lot easier to perform that track to orbit for OFT1. And so clean it up a little bit and get ready to use it for flight 2. So.